Good evening, welcome to Viewpoint. I'm Zaka Jacob. Two of the killers of Sidhu Moosewala have been shot down in an encounter that lasted for over 5 hours. This happened just on the outskirts of Amritsar, not too far from the Indo-Pak border. Some big questions loom large. How can two gangsters carry such heavy-duty weapons, such heavy ammo, and hold out the police for over 5 hours? In fact, two of these gangsters, they've been identified as Jagrup Singh, alias Rupa, and Manpreet Manu, both of whom were involved in the killing of Sidhu Moosewala. These gangsters were hiding in a farmhouse where they could keep a watch on all four directions. After targeting the gangsters with snipers, the SOG commandos then stormed the building. They eliminated all four of them. Police have also recovered AK-47s along with heavy ammunition from the spot. The Punjab DGP, we're told, will be briefing the media shortly. But first, let's bring you up to speed with what a day it turned out to be in Punjab.
ਜਿਹੜੇ ਬੁਲੇਰੋ ਮੋਟਰਸਾਈਕਲ ਕੇ ਦੋ ਸ਼ੂਟਰਸ ਸੀਗੇ ਉਹ ਅਜੇ ਤੱਕ ਐਬਸਕੌਂਡਿੰਗ ਸੀਗੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਬਾਰੇ ਸੀਕ੍ਰੀਟ ਇਨਫੋਰਮੇਸ਼ਨ ਸੀਗੀ तो ਇਹ ਐਂਟੀ ਗੈਂਗਸਟਰ टास्क फोर्स लोकल पुलिस लोकल ऑफिसर्स इन टोटल कोऑर्डिनेशन आज कहने घेरा पाया गया ਉਹਨਾਂ ਵੱਲੋਂ जो तुम्हारे सारे ऊपर ਤੁਸੀਂ काफी सारे कवरेज कर रहे 4-5 घंटे तो दो बंदे एक मनु दूसरा रूपा
दोनों में इनकाउंटर कर दिया गया उनका
दोनों की इस एक्सचेंज ऑफ फायर में मौत हुई है ਅਸੀਂ ਸਾਨੂੰ मौके पे मिला है एक AK-47 मिली है जी एक .30 पिस्टल मिला है एक बैग भी है जिसका पहले फोरेंसिक एग्जामिनेशन तो फिर ऐसे कर सके उधर किसी की नहीं.
All right, these are the live pictures that are coming in from that place where this encounter happened. You can see a pose of police personnel. You can see police jeeps there in the background as well. There are at least 4 police vehicles that you can see. The entire spot is surrounded by fields, and it's in the middle of these fields in broad daylight that this encounter happened for 5 hours between the Punjab Police Special Operations Group commandos and these 4 terrorists who were holed up inside a house in that area. Remember, this is not too far from the Indo-Pakistan border, just on the outskirts of Amritsar, and clearly there seem to be some very, very hard questions that need to be asked. Let me go across to Anshul, my colleague, and ask him some of these questions. What the opposition is raising in Punjab, what even, onlookers are asking. How is it that these two gangsters, with so much ammunition, with so much heavy weaponry, were able to hold out for so long in broad daylight in the fields of Punjab?
That's right, Zaka. So Punjab police might have breathed a sigh of relief when they finally killed these two, the main accused in the killing of Sidhu Moosewala case, because remember, Punjab police and the administration has been under a lot of pressure since day one, or since the very day that Sidhu Moosewala was killed. Because if you remember, Zaka, the first demand of the family members of Sidhu Moosewala was that this investigation should be handed over to a central investigating agency. But the Punjab administration at that point in time did not allow that to happen. And since then, they have been under a lot of pressure. They have been making arrests. Almost 8 people from various gangs have been arrested by the Punjab police. But these two main accused were absconding from the Punjab police for the last 2 months. So yes, they were under a lot of pressure. But yes, as the Punjab police breathes a sigh of relief, but
okay,
a lot more questions are being raised on the Punjab police now. How did these people actually manage to get in Punjab? Why did they come back to Punjab once they had managed to flee from Punjab? Because remember, Zaka, there were 3 vehicles right after killing Sidhu Moosewala. In 3 vehicles, approximately 6 to 7 people fled from that spot in different directions. So if once these people had left from Punjab, why did they come back to Punjab? And
right,
from where did they get their hands on that AK-47? All these
Anshul, give me a moment. I'm also joined by Gagandeep, who is our News 18 Punjab reporter. Gagandeep, ये बताइए, अभी तो एनकाउंटर खत्म हो गया, तो काफी सारे सवाल भी जायज हैं. ये जो 2 लोग हैं, जगरूप और मन्नू, ये वापस पंजाब क्यों आए? उनके पास इतने हथियार, इतने एम्युनिशन कैसा उनके हाथ में आया? ये सब सवालों का कोई जवाब है पुलिस के पास?
Actually, police is not telling the entire story in brief. Actually, whatever we are getting from sources, from police sources, that is just like all other gangsters or sharpshooters were getting escape to other states, like they were going towards Chhattisgarh, MP or Delhi or any other state or Gujarat even. But these two gangsters, Jagrup, Rupa and Manu Kusa, are actually based in Punjab only. So they they refused to go out of the state, and they said that they will not move out of the state. So they stayed back here, and then whatever happened today is just a conclusion part of this entire series of Sidhu Moosewala murder case.
So, are all the people who were part of that murder of Sidhu Moosewala, have they either been apprehended or eliminated, all of them?
Basically, these were the four sharpshooters. Priyavrat Fauji was there, Ankit Sirsa was there, and this Manu Kusa was there, Jagrup Rupa was there. In fact, Jagrup Rupa was actually driving the Corolla car, and Manu Kusa is supposed to be one close AD of Lawrence Bishnoi and Goldie Brad, who took responsibility of Sidhu Moosewala murder. On very first day, they post something on some text on Facebook, and they said, Goldie Brad, in fact, he mentioned that he claimed that they have killed Sidhu Moosewala, and he tagged Lawrence Bishnoi in that post. Now, this Manu Kusa is supposed to be the close AD, or you can say the most faithful person of Lawrence Bishnoi, most faithful member of Lawrence Bishnoi gang for Lawrence Bishnoi and Goldie Brad both. So he was directed to shoot Sidhu Moosewala first, and on the day 29th of May 2022, this Manu Kusa, he opened the first fire on Sidhu Moosewala with AK-47. Whatever we are getting from our police sources as an information, this is just a brief of that. And after that, everyone was going out of Punjab. Priyavrat Fauji was out of Punjab. Ankit Sirsa was out of Punjab. Deepak Mundi was out of Punjab. But these two people, they refused to go out of Punjab. And somehow, maybe they will be having in their mind that they will go towards Pakistan, because this location, which we are showing to our viewers continuously, this location is just 12 to 13 kilometers far from the international border. And after that 12 to 13 kilometer patch, after that, the border of Pakistan is there, or the international border is there, and beyond that border, there is Pakistan. So they must be thinking that this is the safest exit for them to be in this area. And Manu Kusa is basically based from this area. There is a village, Kusa, in Taran Taran district. He actually belongs to that village. So somehow he was thinking that because he is a localite here and he may get escape, he may get exit from this area safely, and no one will get his location exactly. But from our police sources, what information we are getting, that police traced them 24 hours back. Yesterday, police traced this location, and they got the information that both shooters are there at this location. And now, today, they just started the operation, and they were chasing these shooters. They were coming in a Thar, but police was chasing them, and police team was chasing them. And later on, police opened the fire, and later on an encounter happened here at this very location. And both are eliminated. So not everyone is eliminated. Maybe things are still remaining. And we have to wait for that.
Okay, Gagandeep, many thanks for joining us live from this location spot where the encounter happened. It lasted for well over 5 hours, and two gangsters who were part of the Sidhu Moosewala episode have been eliminated, Jagrup and Manpreet. All right, let's